Before anything else, friends tap like, hit subscribe, and drop first thoughts down in the comments because Elena's fate may shift with your insight. Elena Garcia crouches behind a half-closed service door in the Grand Monarch Ballroom, gripping a mop like it's a shield. The ballroom gleams. Velvet curtains spill in thick waves. Chandeliers blink like bottled stars, and violin music drifts from hidden speakers. On the far side, Jared Langley strides beside a wedding planner who rattles off flower counts and cake tiers. Jared nods, offers a smile that costs more than Elena earns in a season, yet his eyes roam the hall as if searching for something he cannot name. The planner's tablet pings, and Jared pauses near the freshly waxed tiles Elena just finished. His polished shoes stop an inch from the yellow caution card. Elena's breath hitches. She knows that profile. The confident tilt of his chin, the single dimple that shows when he half smiles. College library nights flood back. Midnight coffee, whispered dreams about opening clinics in distant villages, kisses that tasted of hope. Jared senses a stare and turns. Their gazes lock. Recognition punches both in the gut. Elena's throat dries. The mop handle trembles, but she forces a polite tone. "Sir, the floor's still wet. I'd hate for you to slip before your big day." His voice cracks. Lena, just her nickname, soft as an old love song. The planner reappears, oblivious, babbling about ice sculptures taller than Jared's pride. Elena steps back into shadow, nods, and returns to scrubbing. Jared keeps staring, heartbeat hammering in his ears. The planner tugs him toward the dais, yet every mirrored surface now reflects Elena's tired eyes and his own long-buried regret. A janitor cart squeaks. Elena wheels it down a side corridor, shoulders squared, but inside her chest a storm swirls. Jared stands rooted under crystal light, clutching the edge of a linen-draped table as if it might steady the past. He tells himself he'll speak to her after the walkthrough. Still, while chandeliers glitter overhead, he realizes the most dazzling thing in this room is the second chance he may have already let slip through his fingers. Night drapes Jared's penthouse, but sleep refuses him. City lights pulse like restless ghosts along the glass walls. He leaves the curtains open and lets memory drag him backward. In his mind, he sees Elena tucked between library stacks, laughing at a joke no textbook could hold. She wore strawberry lip gloss back then, and sometimes a dab landed on his coffee lid. They mapped futures on notebook margins, non-profit projects, solar villages, a life spun from purpose instead of profit. That was before internship offers, before glossy networking parties where Camille Price drifted by, all pearls and promises. One evening Jared missed a study date because he sat in a sleek boardroom hearing older men talk about scaling impact. He convinced himself Elena would understand. A season later, he convinced himself she'd moved on because ambition left little space for doubt. Back in the present, he opens his laptop and scrolls social feeds. A lifestyle magazine showcases Camille modeling lace gowns in a candlelit garden. Headline: Power couple prepares for society wedding of the year. Jared's thumb hovers over the heart icon, then moves past. Elena's silent stare still haunts him. He snaps the computer shut. Morning creeps in gray. Claiming he needs to double-check linen colors, Jared drives to the hotel again. Housekeepers in white uniforms sweep past, but Elena is nowhere. He lingers by the staff entrance until lunchtime, finally spotting her carrying 2 heavy boxes of cut glass chargers. "Let me help," he blurts, stepping forward. "I've got it," she replies without warmth. Her ponytail sways as she walks, and Jared notices how the uniform hangs a little loose, as if life has been tugging weight from her frame. He follows the service elevator, ignoring curious stares. "Elena, can we talk?" She presses the button, keeps her eyes on the metal doors. About what? Old promises? We left things unfinished. Her lips tighten. No, Jared. You finished them when you stopped answering. The elevator dings, she steps inside. Jared stands frozen while the doors glide shut, stealing her away again. In the dull reflection, he sees a man in a tailored suit, but the outline feels empty. Guilt seeps in, thick and steady, and the voice in his head whispers that unfinished stories never stay buried. They wait, patient as seeds, until the day they split the ground and demand the light. Jared camps in a corner of the staff lounge long after guests drift home and vacuum cleaners hum like tired hornets. Elena finally steps in, ponytail limp, uniform sleeves rolled to her elbows. She stops short when she sees him. Still here, she asks, voice calm but edged. He rises. I needed 5 minutes that weren't stolen in the hallways. Elena moves to the sink, scrubs her hands, and studies the swirling soap the way some people read fortunes in tea leaves. 5 minutes won't rewrite 6 years, she says. Jared's shoulders sag. I know, but silence just made the damage worse. We owe each other the real story. He nods toward a battered folding chair. She sits, arms folded, but her eyes stay wary. The fluorescent light flickers, painting tired shadows under both their eyes. Jared starts with the day he walked away, a scholarship dinner where Camille introduced him to investors hungry for a visionary CEO. They said focus makes empires. I thought choosing you meant choosing small. Elena's laugh is short. Love isn't small, Jared. Your vision shrank the moment you measured it in dollars. He flinches. You're right. I let other voices drown ours. He digs a thumb drive from his pocket, photos of their college volunteer trips, scanned notes about a joint clinic idea. I kept everything, he whispers. She studies the drive, lips trembling before she masks it. Keeping mementos is easy. Showing up is the hard part. A cart clanks outside, footsteps pass. Jared lowers his tone. I swear I never got your letters. My assistant. Your assistant said you were always in boardrooms or on private flights. Elena's eyes glaze with old hurt. I believed him. Then Camille's glossy life updates confirmed the truth I thought I already knew. Jared's fists clench on his knees. I can't erase that lie, but I can light it up so nobody trips on it again. Elena stands. Words are sparks. Actions are fire. Show me flames, Jared. She heads for the door. Before leaving, she glances back, and for the first time that night the wall around her anger shows a crack wide enough to glimpse the girl who once trusted him to guard her dreams. Then the door shuts, and Jared feels his heartbeat knock against that sliver of possibility like a prisoner tapping code on a cell wall. Rain spits against Jared's windshield as he idles outside the staff exit the next evening. Elena appears, umbrella forgotten, backpack slung low. She turns when his headlights flash. Jump in, he calls, window down. Elena hesitates, but the sky answers for him, dumping a fresh bucket. She slips into the passenger seat of the Bentley, water dripping from her bangs onto leather. Jared offers a towel. There's coffee in the holder. Cream like you used to take. She wipes her face. You remember that but not my phone number? A sting, deserved. He exhales. Why didn't you call my cell? I did. It routed to voicemail that said the inbox was full. I mailed letters. Your building concierge said forwarding had stopped. Her voice cracks, the memory still raw. Jared grips the steering wheel. Tyler managed all that. I trusted him. Trusting him cost me a father. Her words land heavy. He turns off the engine so the dashboard glows soft blue. Let me make it right. I want to know her favorite cartoon, the story she loves at bedtime, what calms her when monsters hide in closets. Elena's breath fogs the window. She likes space shows, anything with rockets. She's scared of thunderstorms but pretends she's brave because she thinks heroes don't cry. Jared's throat tightens. So she's already braver than me. For a beat only rain speaks. Then Jared fishes a small envelope from the console. Tomorrow I'm ordering a DNA test, not because I doubt you, because I need the truth on paper before I flip my world. Elena eyes the envelope. Consent forms? He nods. Swab, lab courier, results rush processed. I'll pay. She takes the envelope, fingers tracing the edge. Truth shouldn't need a receipt, Jared. But if numbers help you stand up to Camille, then fine. Camille doesn't own my backbone, he replies, though it sounds like he's still convincing himself. Elena opens the door. Rain gusts in. Prove it. She steps into the downpour and jogs toward a dented hatchback parked under a flickering street lamp. Jared watches her drive off, wipers squeaking, heart thudding louder than the rain. Tonight the storm outside matches the one inside, and he finally understands there's no umbrella big enough to keep him dry until every hidden question gets its answer. Saturday rolls in bright as a promise. Jared claims he's dropping by the Grand Monarch to check chair covers, but everybody except him knows he's chasing something else. He roams service corridors like a tourist lost in his own guilt until a child's laugh, clear and bubbling, draws him to the staff break nook. Elena is kneeling beside a water dispenser helping a curly-haired girl balance a paper cup. The little one's ponytail bounces, pink sneakers squeak on the tile. Jared freezes. The girl looks maybe 6, eyebrows shaped just like his mother's were, soft arches that always made every expression sweeter. The cup tips. Water splashes Elena's sleeve. She laughs, wipes it with a napkin. No worries, champ. Accidents mean we're learning. The girl spots Jared's tall frame shadowing the doorway. Her eyes widen in that instant recognition way only kids and dogs seem to own. She breaks into a hopeful grin. Daddy? Time stops. Jared's breath whooshes out like he's been tackled. Elena's shoulders stiffen, the napkin falls. She scoops her daughter into a hug so quick even the water dispenser blinks. Mia, honey, that's Mr. Langley, she corrects gently, though her voice quivers. Mia's nose scrunches. But he looks like the man in my drawings. Jared kneels, unsure whether his legs will even support him. Hi, Mia. I'm Jared. I help here sometimes. Elena shifts, blocking half his view. Mr. Langley was just leaving. We've got to finish lunch break, sweet pea. But Mia leans around her mom. Do you like rockets? I'm building one for Science Day. Jared manages a ragged smile. I love rockets. Elena's eyes dart to the hallway, probably calculating the smallest scene possible. Mia, let's grab those crayons you left in the locker. Mia nods, cheeks rosy, and skips off. Elena rounds on Jared, whisper hissing. Happy now? She's going to replay this moment all night. He swallows hard. She deserves the truth, Elena. So do I. You had your chance 6 years ago, she snaps, then softens. Please, just let me handle how and when. I'll wait, he whispers, throat tight. But I'm not walking away again. Mia reappears waving a little notebook covered in glitter stickers. Found M. Elena forces a smile for her daughter. Jared stands back, heart hammering a word he can't yet say aloud, daughter, but it pulses in every vein. He realizes no board meeting has ever felt this terrifying or this right. Late afternoon sun angles through penthouse windows, painting expensive furniture gold. Camille Price lounges on a velvet chaise scrolling through Wedding Week press. Headlines flash across her phone, socialite Camille and tech mogul Jared, countdown to the crown jewel I do. She soaks up every pixel like it's champagne. The elevator dings. Jared strides in, tie askew, face pale. Camille sits up, smiles practiced. Busy day, love? Florist drama. We need to talk about Elena, he replies, dropping keys on a marble tray with a clatter. Camille's glossed lips are thin. The janitor from the hotel? Darling, don't let nostalgia cloud your focus. She isn't janitorial staff, she's Elena Garcia, and he stops, still choosing his battlefield. She's important. Camille sets her phone aside with stage audience care. All right, what position does she want? We can shift her to the laundry until after the ceremony. Out of sight, smooth optics. Jared's jaw works. I'm not firing her. Camille laughs, light, tinkling, edged. Of course you are. Our wedding is the event of the season. You don't let a ghost from freshman year sweep floors in every paparazzi shot. She's Mia's mother, he blurts. The words hang like live wires. Camille's perfected posture cracks. Mia? Her daughter. My daughter. A flush creeps under Camille's contour. You're telling me there's a child out of nowhere days before we marry? And you're accepting that? I'm responsible. I'm meeting with Elena to figure out next steps. Camille rises, heels clicking like a metronome of fury. Next step is firing the woman and paying hush money. Simple. Clean. No, Jared says, soft but final. Camille's temper flashes diamond sharp. You will not toss away everything we've built because of an old fling's sob story. What we built? He gestures at the penthouse panorama. We built appearances, Camille. They crumble if you breathe too hard. She crosses her arms. Think investors like scandals? Think they like fathers abandoning kids? He counters. Silence fans out. Camille picks up her phone, taps a quick text. Handled, she mutters. Jared narrows his eyes. What did you do? Reassigned her tonight. By morning she won't set foot in that hotel. Undo it, he warns. Camille's shrug is ice. Only if you remember where your loyalties lie. Jared stares at the city skyline, the same view that used to thrill him, and feels the walls shrink. There's a new gravity in his life now, a little girl with rockets in her notebook. Camille's ultimatum collides with it, and something inside him tilts hard toward the pull he can no longer ignore. Uncle Roman's kitchen smells of cinnamon and tough love. The old brownstone creaks when Jared steps inside, rain dripping off his coat. Roman, grizzled and slow-moving, lifts one eyebrow without looking up from the stove. Storm's not just outside, huh, boy? Jared sinks onto a stool. I messed up. Again. Talk. Roman pours coffee black, no mercy, and slides a mug across. Jared spills the whole twisted timeline. Elena's sudden reappearance, Mia calling him daddy, Camille's threat to rewrite reality with a pink slip. Words tumble over each other until the room feels cramped with regret. Roman listens, quiet as a closed church. When Jared finally runs out of air, his uncle wipes his hands on a dish towel. Money buys comfort, nephew. Don't buy midnight peace. I kept chasing numbers, Jared mutters, palms flat on the counter. Now I'm scared my worth's only printed on stock tickers. Roman snorts. Worth's measured by who smiles when you walk in the door, little girls with rocket drawings, not board members. Jared's chest thuds. How do I fix 6 years? You don't, Roman says. You start new ones better. He taps Jared's sternum. That child's a compass. Follow it. Outside, thunder grumbles. Jared imagines Mia hiding under blankets, brave face cracking each time lightning flashes. The picture slices him. Elena thinks I'm all talk. Roman whistles low. Then give her action. Camille's playing CEO of your heart. Fire her. The advice lands heavy but true. Jared presses fingers to his eyes. Camille will torch my reputation. Roman chuckles dark. Reputation already signed, boy. What good's a mansion if your soul sleeps in the street? Silence settles. The clock ticks loud. Jared lifts the coffee, swallows courage. I'll tell Camille the wedding's off. Roman grins, gaps in his teeth showing. About dang time. He hands Jared a brown envelope. Found this stuck behind your granddad's Bible. Looks like handwriting you might know. Jared frowns, slides out a faded letter addressed to him in Elena's looping script. Date, 5 years ago. Heart jams against ribs. Roman nods toward the living room. Read it where honesty echoes. Jared stands, envelope trembling in his grip. As he crosses the threshold, floorboards groan like old ghosts, reminding him every step forward starts by owning the footsteps he ignored before. The living room lamp throws a soft circle of light, turning the brown envelope golden. Jared sits on a frayed sofa that once held childhood forts and broken arm recoveries. Rain patters the windows while he slides a thumb beneath the brittle flap. Inside rests a single sheet, ink smudged at the edges. Elena's handwriting flows like a song he hasn't heard in years. Jay, I've tried every number you left me. Tyler says you're always traveling. I'm writing because I need you to know we're having a baby. Jared's heartbeat roars. He reads on. Please don't think I'm asking for money. I can manage. I just want our child to meet her father, to hear your laugh, to see the man who taught villages to dream. If you're busy, I understand, but at least write back. Elena. Blotches mark where tears once fell. Jared's own tears blur the lines again. He flips the envelope, stamped return to sender, address moved, NO forwarding. He swears under his breath. That was the month Camille insisted on relocating to the high-security condo, claiming paparazzi pressure. Mail forwarding forms had piled on Tyler's desk. How many other letters died in transit? Guilt digs claws. He reaches for his phone, scrolling to Tyler's contact, thumb hovering over the call. Not yet. First, Elena must hear the apology unscreened by anyone. He folds the letter carefully, as if rough handling might bruise old hopes twice. Rain slackens, distant sirens fade. In the hush, Jared imagines Elena, 5 years younger, sitting at a thrift store table under a flickering bulb, hand on a swelling belly, trusting the postal system more than his loyalty. He stands, pacing. Every polished tile in his penthouse now reflects that moment, Elena licking an envelope flap with hope, Mia coiled like a secret dawn inside her. He grips the letter to his chest. I'm sorry, little star, he thinks, picturing Mia's gap-toothed grin. Daddy's late, but he's coming. Pocketing the envelope, he grabs his coat. Camille waits upstairs, another confrontation he can't dodge, but this letter just rewired his priorities. He strides into the vestibule, eyes fierce. Outside, the rain finally stops, leaving streets washed clean. Jared breathes deep, commits to matching the weather. Rinse away the grime and start over, no filters, no gatekeepers, just truth and whatever redemption a stubborn heart can still earn. Morning drifts in soft and gray. Jared walks the Grand Monarch's back hall, hunting for Elena but bumping into Tyler instead. The assistant hugs a clipboard like body armor. Boss, the caterer wants. Later, Jared cuts in. Where's Elena's locker? Tyler stammers, points down the corridor. Jared finds the dented metal door with a peeling name tag, E. Garcia. He knows it's wrong, yet guilt shoves him on. One quick twist of the flimsy latch and the door creaks open. Inside sits a canvas tote, spare sneakers, and a small spiral notebook coated in glitter stee.
G shows 3 characters, a curly-haired girl, Elena in her work cap, and a tall man in a suit, always holding the girl's hand. Underneath each picture, Mia writes Daddy plus Mia in shaky letters. A smile breaks through Jared's worry, but it tilts into pain just as fast. She's imagined him all this time. Tyler's footsteps scuff behind him. Sir, we really shouldn't. Jared spins. Did you block Elena's messages? Tyler pales. Camille told me you'd moved on. She said deleting them was efficient. Efficient. Jared hisses. You stole 6 years. He shoves the notebook back into the tote, slams the locker, and storms off, Tyler's apologies trailing like weak smoke. Jared heads straight to the HR desk, demands Elena's shift schedule, and then stands outside the linen station until she appears. She eyes the tote in his grip. You went through my stuff? She asks, sharp. I saw her drawings. Jared's voice cracks. I saw what she dreams about. He hands the notebook over, cheeks wet before he realizes he's crying. I'm sorry. I had no right, but I swear I'm done missing her life. Elena softens, seeing the raw ache in him. Then don't miss another minute. Just remember, trust has to regrow. It's fragile. Jared nods. You'll get proof tonight, he says, thinking of the secret plan forming in his pocket and the swab kit waiting on his dashboard. Night falls quiet, heavy with rain smelling. Jared parks outside Elena's apartment, engine idling like a nervous heartbeat. He checks the digital clock, 8:14 p.m., and palms the sealed DNA kit. His fingers shake. He's closed deals worth billions, yet the small envelope feels bigger than any merger. Apartment lights glow upstairs, shadows of Elena and Mia dance against pale curtains. Jared remembers Roman's words, actions are fire, show flames. He inhales, steps into the drizzle, and presses the buzzer. Elena opens the door in a cozy cardigan, Mia balanced on one hip. The girl squeals. Rocket buddy. Elena arches a brow. Wasn't expecting you tonight. I need 10 minutes, he says, voice gentle. His gaze flicks to Mia. And I need her brave help. They settle at the tiny kitchen table, crayons pushed aside for the sterile kit. Jared explains in kid-easy words, we're going to do a magic cheek tickle. It proves families. Mia giggles, fearless. He swabs Mia first, she grins like it's cotton candy day. Elena watches every move, arms folded but eyes softening. Jared then swabs himself, seals the vials, and slips them into the prepaid pouch. Mia leans forward. Do I get a sticker? Jared laughs, digs in his wallet, and finds an old star sticker from a Tech Expo swag bag. He places it on her hand like a medal. Captain Mia, mission complete. Elena bites her lip. How long for results? 24 hours. I paid for the rush. He stands, envelope in hand. I'll call the courier now. Rain starts again, tapping the window. Mia yawns. Elena tucks the girl into bed, then returns to the door where Jared waits. I shouldn't have done this without asking you first, he says. But doubt was eating me alive. Tomorrow we'll have the truth on paper, but tonight I already know it in my gut. Elena studies him. Paper matters in court, trust matters at home. He nods. Then I'll learn both. He reaches into his coat, pulls out a small rocket toy wrapped in tissue. For her dreams. No strings. Elena takes it, smiles barely there but real. Drive safe. Down on the curb the courier van idles, ready to carry the envelope toward cold machines and exact answers. Jared hands it over, watches it disappear into the night, and whispers to himself, no more running. Before he drives off, he records a quick story for the viewers. Hit like, smash subscribe, and drop your guesses below. What'll the results say? The camera catches his hopeful grin, rain streaking across the lens like fresh ink on the clean page he's finally writing. Sunlight sneaks through penthouse blinds when Jared's phone pings at 6:07 a.m. He bolts upright, heart in sprint mode. Lab report ready. Hands shaky, he swipes, types the password twice before it sticks. Percentage numbers fill the screen, probability of paternity, 99.98%. The room tilts. Joy and guilt slam him at once, like two trains meeting in the same station. Jared scrubs a palm over his face, then fires off a text. Elena, breakfast? Need to talk. She replies with two bubbles, coffee shop on Maple. 8 a.m. He shows up early, hair still damp from the fastest shower of his life. Elena enters with Mia in tow, kiddos rocking glow-in-the-dark rocket boots, still half asleep but curious. They slide into the booth. Elena's guard is up. Jared can almost see the invisible wall. He pushes the printed result across the table. I told you I believed it, but now there's ink. Elena schemes the paper. Shoulders drop an inch, relief mixing with years of tired. Mia leans over. What's that, mommy? Elena softens her voice. It says Mr. Langley's your dad. Mia's eyes go round as moons. Really? Jared nods, throat tight. Really, kiddo? I'm sorry I'm late. She tilts her head. It's okay. Rockets launch late all the time. Logic of a 6-year-old, pure grace. Jared laughs, watery sound. Captain, permission to join future missions? Mia grins, sticks out a tiny hand. Permission granted. They shake serious business. Elena watches the handshake, tears shining. She looks at Jared. Next step. Step 1. Lawyer draws shared custody papers that start with what you and Mia need. Step 2. I talk to Camille, Elena cuts in gently, and Step 3. You learn kid-sized promises are kept quicker than corporate ones. He nods. Deal. He pulls a small planner from his pocket. Every page after today is blank except one sticky note. Mia time, non-negotiable. He slides it to her. Elena taps the planner, half-smile blooming. Let's see if you honor your own calendar. Jared grins. Already did. Look, today's breakfast with my favorite astronauts. Mia giggles, pretending to scribble flight plans on a napkin. For the first time in a decade, Jared feels like he's exactly where he's supposed to be. No boardroom view compares to two brown eyes and a crayon map of Saturn. After breakfast, they walk a quiet river trail. Ducks quack, Mia tosses crumbs, giving adults space. Elena leans on the rail, eyes on the slow water. I owe you the full story, she says. Jared nods, ready to swallow any bitter truth she serves. Graduation week, I found out I was pregnant. Scared, but happy because I thought we were a team. She shrugs. First call went to your office. Tyler answered, said you were in Zurich. Jared's jaw tightens. I wasn't. I know that now. She breathes in. I kept calling. Same response, out of reach, huge deals, no schedule for personal calls. Her voice softens. I wrote letters handwritten because it felt more real. Got them back stamped, moved. Then Camille's social posts popped up: yacht parties, red carpets. I figured you'd chosen lights brighter than us. He winces. Those lights were blinding, not bright. Elena folds her arms against a breeze. I decided not to beg. My mom cleaned houses, I cleaned hotel rooms. We managed. She glances toward Mia, who's now lecturing a duck about rocket fuel. She never lacked love. Money? Sure, sometimes. But love she had. Jared's eyes sting. I hate that my silence made you think I didn't want you both. Elena meets his gaze. Intent doesn't erase impact. He nods. Tyler confessed Camille ordered him to reroute everything. I'll deal with that. But I need to start where silence hurt most, between us. Elena lets that sink in. Trust won't grow overnight. Think of it like Mia's bean sprout project, tiny waterings every day. Then I'll water it daily, he vows. She almost smiles. Begin now, tell Camille the wedding's off before Mia hears gossip at school. Jared exhales. I will. Today. A sudden shout, Mom. Daddy. Look. Mia points at the sky. A plane leaves a white streak across a blue canvas. Contrail, Jared says. Rocket trail, Mia corrects. They both laugh, and the sound stitches a small rip in the past. Jared kneels to Mia's level. How about we build our own trail? You, Mommy, and me, project family. Mia hugs him hard enough to steal breath. Elena watches, tears slipping free this time. Jared stands, takes Elena's hand, just a gentle hold, no promises scribbled in gold, only skin on skin, and the first honest contact in 6 years. For now, it's enough. Camille dims the penthouse lights to a magazine-perfect glow, rehearsing her red carpet smile in the foyer mirror. Rehearsal dinner live streams kick off in an hour, and image is everything. But the elevator doors glide open too soon, revealing Jared with rain-flattened hair, tie missing, eyes dark. Love, you're late? She reaches to smooth his jacket. He steps back. Leave the jacket. We need to talk about Elena and Mia. The names crack her smile. Cameras watch the hall, so she ushers him into the study. When the door clicks shut, pleasantries die. Jared lays his phone on the desk. On-screen emails scroll, Elena's letters, Tyler's routing rules, commands signed Camille Price. Delete, reroute, stall. Your words, he says. Camille folds her arms. I protected your future. Boards drop, CEOs tangled in dorm room romances and surprise babies. So you lied. I realigned priorities, she counters. We're building an empire. I couldn't let sentiment sink us. That sentiment is my daughter. She scoffs. You've known her a week. You've known me 6 years. 6 years of press releases and parties, he replies. No life between. Camille softens her tone, calculation flickering. We'll settle, Elena. Full tuition, a trust fund, a quiet suburb. Problem solved? Not this problem. He reaches for the door. Her voice sharpens. Walk out and you torch everything: sponsors, IPO buzz, the wedding of the year. Let it burn. She circles the desk, eyes icy. Then I'll talk first, tell the press you trapped me in a love triangle, used me for capital. Do what you must. Truth will outrun you. He leaves. Behind him, Camille's composure shatters, a crystal vase smashes against marble, shards catching lamplight like fallen crowns. The empire she orchestrated cracks in the silence, and for the first time Camille realizes power built on illusion can't survive one honest heartbeat echoed down the corridor. Sunday's pale sun slips through Elena's kitchen window. Coffee sputters, pancakes hiss, and Mia describes rocket fuel ratios between spoonfuls of batter. Jared, sleeves rolled, flips a pancake onto the floor. Roman's old beagle, babysitting for the weekend, scoops it up. Mia squeals, mission failure. Jared bows. Captain, your chef needs retraining. Elena laughs, handing him a fresh bowl. Stir slow, less turbulence. Breakfast ends with lopsided stacks drowning in syrup. After dishes, Jared pulls 3 kites from a bag, 1 starship blue, 1 phoenix red, 1 blank white. The blank's yours, he tells Elena. Draw anything. She doodles butterflies while Mia adds glitter stars. Jared writes 2 words on the tail, new start. At Riverside Park, spring air swirls blossoms. Mia sprints, kite string singing. Jared jogs behind, laughter bursting free, raw, relieved. Parents glance, recognizing him from business mags, but here he's just a dad trying not to trip. They collapse under a cherry tree, petals sprinkled in Jared's hair. Mia crowns him with them. Elena watches, heart tugging. She remembers lonely pregnancy nights, praying her child might one day hear a father's laugh. Mia curls into Jared's lap, sleepy. He whispers, sorry I missed your first steps, your first rocket sketch. She shrugs. You're here for my first kite crash. That's cool. Elena chuckles. She measures life in crashes and launches. Jared's gaze settles on Elena. And you? How do you measure? By mornings like this, quiet, honest. Keep showing up and the past shrinks. He nods. Tomorrow I'm stepping down as CEO for a while. Board meets at 9. I'll tell them my most valuable asset is waiting on a swing set. Elena's breath catches. That's huge. Not as huge as this. He kisses Mia's forehead, then meets Elena's eyes with a steady promise no stock price could match. Wind lifts their 3 kites higher. The blank one, now alive with butterflies and new start, twirls above them. Elena lets her hope rise beside it, bright, simple, fearless, while Jared finally understands empires worth building fit inside 2 linked hands and a child's sleepy smile. Camille's rehearsal dinner sits on the hotel rooftop, draped in fairy lights and white tablecloths that flap like surrender flags. Waiters drift with silver trays, a string quartet whispers tunes older than anyone there. Jared arrives late, no tie, Mia's pink hairband still looped on his wrist. He spots his reflection in a glass door and, for once, likes the looseness. Camille glides up, champagne fizzing, smile bright but twitchy. Where have you been? She coos, mindful of cameras. With my daughter, he answers, low yet firm. Head swivel. The word cracks open the room. Her fingers clamp his arm. Not now, she hisses. Now, he says. He steps onto the little dais set up for toasts and taps the mic. The quartet falls silent, forks pause. Thank you for celebrating with us, he begins, voice steady. But I need to share something. I recently learned I have a 6-year-old daughter named Mia. Her mother is Elena Garcia. Gasps sweep the crowd. A groomsman tilts his phone, already recording. Camille's color drains. She and Mia will be part of my life, Jared goes on. If that changes plans, I understand. Camille storms up, snatches the mic, he's confused, she insists, brittle smile glued in place. A paternity test can be faked. Jared simply holds up the official lab report displayed on his phone. Camera flashes burst. Camille's comm detonates. She hurls her champagne flute, it shatters at his feet, glass and fizz splashing his shoes. You're ruining everything, she screams. I built you. Near the doorway, Elena freezes, Mia's hand in hers. Mia's eyes go wide at the shouting. Jared steps down, puts himself between Camille's anger and the little pair watching. Mascara streaking, Camille gasps for air. Guests stare, this is better than reality TV, but painfully real. The quartet pretends no sheet music can fix the silence. Then one soft voice rises, Mia whispers, Daddy, it's okay. Jared kneels beside her, ignoring all the click-happy phones. Not okay yet, Captain, he says gently. But we're steering now. In that moment, the careful scaffolding of Camille's public fairy tale crumbles and the crowd witnesses something rarer than flashbulbs. An honest heart-choosing family over headlines. The rooftop meltdown should have been a gossip column nibble, but 24 hours later it rules every screen. The groomsman's shaky video, captioned Billionaire Groom Ambushed by Secret Child, hits 2 million views by breakfast. TikTok loops Camille's champagne glass smash in slow motion with comedic boom sound effects. Twitter crowns Mia Little Rocket Queen. Elena wakes to fists pounding her apartment door, reporters hungry for tears. She keeps the chain on, answers in calm, accented English, no statement. Please respect my child. Upstairs, Mia watches cartoons, unaware her smile is now a meme. Meanwhile, Jared's phone floods with crisis memos from PR. Red alert subject lines, draft apologies, brand salvage schedules. He mutes them all, drives to Elena's building, parks where lenses can't peek, and slips inside through the manager's office. Elena greets him, hair pulled back, dark circles loud as sirens. They camped out all night, she sighs. I'm here, he says, stepping in. A neighbor's laptop screen flashes a headline, Camille Price admits scheme, blames obsessive ambition. In the living room, Jared props a phone on a selfie stick. Your story should come from you, he tells Elena. She hesitates, then nods. They squeeze around the tiny kitchen table. Mia scampers into Jared's lap with her plush rocket. Jared hits record. Hi, Internet, he says. I'm Jared Langley. This is Elena Garcia and our daughter, Mia. We want truth, not clicks. Elena speaks, voice clear and steady. 6 years ago, I tried every way to reach Jared. Someone blocked me. I raised Mia alone, and I'm proud of that journey. Now Jared knows the truth, and we're figuring life out as people, not headlines. Mia waves to the camera. Hi. Jared ends, please give us space to parent. He posts the clip untouched. Within an hour, support rains down, single moms cheering, dads owning up to past mistakes, strangers offering babysitting and free cookies. Hashtag Team Elena overtakes hashtag wedding of the year. Even skeptics admit the raw honesty hits harder than any press release. Camille sits on a morning talk show spinning damage control, but hosts play the rooftop tantrum beside her calm denial, contrast too sharp to edit away. Viewers side with the quiet woman and the kid who calls rockets hope machines. That night, Jared reads kind messages aloud while Elena tears up, overwhelmed. Mia pats her mom's sleeve. See, mommy? Good news travels faster than bad rockets. Outside, paparazzi still hover, but behind drawn curtains a stronger story takes off, one powered by truth, now viral and unstoppable. The internet never sleeps, and today it roars. By sunrise, hashtag Team Elena beats out dancing cat videos, while hashtag boycott Langley Tech trends beside it. Jared scrolls through Elena's tiny kitchen, feeling love and fury in the same feed. One post shows Mia's rocket drawing captioned, "Little Queen deserves her dad." The next screams, "Fake Halo CEO dumps fiancé, sell his stock." The praise warms him, the hate singes. Brand analysts warn of falling trust. Investors ping. Salvage image. Jared shuts the laptop. "I caused this storm," he tells Elena, "so I'll walk through it." At noon, he steps into Langley Tech HQ. Reporters flash bulbs outside, employees stare from cubicles that suddenly feel like theater seats. Jared climbs the atrium stairs, no podium, just him. "I hid family truths behind profit charts. That ends now. Our mission is social good, time I lived it." Some clap, some look terrified for their options. Upstairs, the PR team waves polished statements. Jared schemes, then shreds them. "We'll post one line, we chose honesty over optics. Thanks for holding us accountable. Then donate this week's ad spend to single-parent scholarships." A junior rep starts the applause, others join, shaky but hopeful. Talk shows split screens all afternoon. Elena's gentle video on one half, pundits predicting corporate doom on the other. Yet something shifts, viewers start asking how to help. First graders mail glitter cards. A billionaire buddy texts, "Tough week. Proud of you." Backlash still bites. The board schedules an emergency call for dawn. Camille's fanbase spams hate beneath every Langley Tech post. Late-night finance shows the stock dipping 3%. Jared feels each point like a bruise but pins Mia's family sketch over the chart. "That line's the only metric I chase," he mutters. At midnight, he stands on the balcony, city lights blinking like restless thoughts. Support and backlash swirl together, loud as traffic, but beneath it Jared senses a steadier current, people craving real stories, not polished legends. Tomorrow he'll give them one, no matter what the bow. And notes the weariness under his nephew's eyes. "Bored grilling you today?" Roman asks. Jared nods. "Stock's wobbling. Sponsors spooked. They'll want spin." Roman snorts. Spin's a fancy word for fear. "You scared?" "Yeah," Jared admits. "But I'm more scared of missing Mia's next kite crash." Roman's grin folds deep. "What good's a mansion if your soul sleeps in the street?" He taps Jared's chest. They sip in silence, watching a tugboat haul a rusted barge. Roman gestures toward it. "Empires like that barge, huge, heavy, slow to turn. But once you set a new heading and keep pushing, even the ocean obeys." Jared laughs. "You make it sound easy." "Didn't say easy, said possible." Roman flicks a pebble, rings ripple out. "Truth's a stone. Drop it, waves spread. Some folks hate getting wet." Jared watches the ripples, thinks of social feeds flooding with opinions. "I'm stepping down for a while, time with my kid, help Elena launch her studio. The board'll call it reckless." Roman claps his shoulder. Reckless is ignoring birthday candles for balance sheets. "Do what fathers do, show up." A gull swoops low, Roman tosses a crumb. Camille's noise'll fade. People tire of tantrums. But Mia's memory won't. She'll remember who was front row at her play and who wasn't. Jared's voice roughens. "Then I'll be front row every time." Roman grins wider. "Good. Now go tell those boardroom sharks their CEO just found a bigger ocean." Jared drains the cup, warmth settles into his bones. Heading back to the car, sunrise burns off the fog, turning water to gold. He pockets a smooth pier stone, today's reminder that truth dropped in deep water travels farther than any headline, and braces to watch those ripples carry him into a life finally big enough for his heart. Boardroom B sits ice cold at 9 a.m., yet sweat beads on every forehead. Directors dial in from 3 continents, faces tiled across a wall-size screen. Jared enters without his usual armor, no jacket, sleeves rolled, the scuffed watch Mia had tried on yesterday. COO Lisa Chen waits at his right, nerves hidden behind a glass-smooth tablet. "Let's get to it," the chairman grumbles, eyeing tumbling stock ticks. "We need stability, Jared." "I agree," Jared answers, voice calm. "So I'm stepping down as CEO for 6 months." Gasps ricochet around the room. He lifts a hand before questions fire. Lisa will be acting CEO. She built half the products we brag about. I'll serve as advisor and pour my time into the Langley Foundation, starting with a childcare grant fund. A director squints. You're abandoning ship in rough seas? I'm fixing the hull, Jared says. A company selling family tech can't keep a leader who misses science fairs. Lisa slides her tablet across. Transition plans here are revenue lanes. Stay on course. Investors care more about continuity than gossip. The chairman scans, then nods once. The vote passes 9 yes, 2 abstain. Jared exhales a breath he's held since dawn. At his office he pauses. The room once felt like a throne. Today it resembles a museum of outdated victories. He drops trophies into a drawer, keeps one photo, Mia's kite day, and props it inside a cardboard box. Employees line the hallway, unsure whether to clap or cry. Jared bumps fists with the intern who always brings terrible coffee. Keep the place standing, he jokes. They laugh, some wiping tears. Outside, reporters swarm. Jared offers a single sentence, family first. He texts Elena, bored done. Picking up our astronaut at 3, ice cream? She replies with a rocket emoji. Hours later, he parks near Mia's school. Children spill out like bright marbles. Mia spots him, sprints full throttle. Jared kneels, arms wide, absorbing pure joy. Guess what? He whispers, lifting her high. Daddy's got every afternoon free for kite crashes. Mia squeals, best news ever. Parents nearby whisper recognition, but Jared's world narrows to one laughing child and the thick calm settling in his chest as he walks away from ceilings of glass toward skies wide open. Cherry blossoms snow over Riverside Park, laying pink confetti across winding paths. Jared, Elena, and Mia stroll beneath the trees while Roman's aging beagle trots ahead, nose twitching at every fallen petal. A weekend without reporters feels like stolen treasure. Mia races up a small hill, cardboard wings strapped to her arms. Watch me launch, she shouts before leaping into a tumble of giggles. Jared applauds as if she's cracked Earth's atmosphere. Elena snaps a photo. That one's going on the studio wall, she says. Sunlight flickers through her hair, and Jared's chest aches, the sweet pull of doors opening. They reach an old stone bridge above a lazy pond. Ducks wobble, a busker strums soft jazz. Jared buys 3 paper boats from the musician's cart, white, blue, and gold. Mia grabs the gold one and prints Hope Machine 2 on its sail with a purple marker. Ready for launch, Captain? Jared asks. Mia nods with astronaut gravity. Together they ease the boat onto the water. It wobbles, catches a kind breeze, and glides beneath the bridge. Mia cheers. Elena slips her hand into Jared's. Thanks for this, she murmurs. For stepping back. He squeezes. Stepping forward really toward the stuff that sticks. They wander to a playground crowned by a rocket-shaped climbing frame. Mia scrambles up, instantly declaring herself mission leader. Other kids salute, soon a tiny fleet is off to imaginary space. Jared and Elena settle onto a bench, shoulders brushing now and then. Feel weird not checking email? She teases. Deleted the app, he admits. If the world ends, Lisa will text. Elena laughs, resting her head on his shoulder. Proud of you, Jay. A breeze shakes petals loose, one lands on her lashes. Jared brushes it away, gentle. I spent years hunting big moments. Turns out they're the small. Across the sandbox, Mia waves, yelling, Daddy, watch my re-entry. He stands, arms open for the slide-down landing. Catch, spin, laughter, simple physics of love. Twilight paints the sky gold. They stroll home along the river, their little paper boat still drifts in the distance, glimmering like a promise. Jared feels lighter than ever. The best empires, he realizes, grow under cherry trees, powered by cardboard wings and hand-in-hand trust. Monday at noon, Camille Price turns the front steps of her public relations firm into a stage. Reporters crowd the sidewalk, camera lights flash like summer lightning. Camille stands at the podium in a blazing red power suit, hair slicked into a perfect knot, fingers wrapped so tight around the microphone it squeaks. I stand before you humiliated, she begins, voice trembling just enough to look human. Behind her, a screen loops the rooftop video, Jared's calm confession, the shattered champagne flute, 6-year-old Mia squeezing his hand. A sad piano track thrums under the clip, supplied by Camille's media team. Mr. Langley lived a double life, she goes on. He destroyed a relationship built on trust and left me to pick up the pieces. Gasps ripple through the press pack. She dabs a single tear, timed like a metronome. Questions fly. Did you block Elena's emails? Why threaten hush money? Camille straightens. I had no idea about any child, she says. Any rumor that I interfered is slander. But the crowd isn't buying it. A blogger waves printed emails with Camille's signature ordering Tyler to stall and delete. Murmurs swell, sympathy leaks away like air from a cut tire. Camille tries a new line, accusing Jared's charity plans of being pure optics. Another groan rolls through the press. Sponsor reps watching the livestream quietly freeze her brand deals. Her follower count drops by the minute. While she fights for control, Jared pushes Mia on a swing 2 miles away. His phone is set to silent. The only statement on his social feed reads, "We wish Camille peace and healing." Commenters notice the contrast, 20-minute blame storm versus one courteous sentence. Memes appear within the hour, Camille labeled loud, Jared real. That night Camille posts a teary video from an airport lounge announcing a private sabbatical to rediscover self-worth. Translation, exit pursued by public doubt. Jared doesn't gloat. He reads The Little Prince to Mia, the part about tending a single rose. When Mia asks why the prince guards one flower, Jared smiles. Because real love needs care, not cameras. Mia nods, eyelids drooping, while Camille's final soundbite fades into the echo chamber she once ruled. Bright afternoon light floods a dusty top-floor loft in the city's arts district, painting golden squares across cracked concrete. Elena Garcia stands in the middle with her hands on her hips, heart pounding at the wide emptiness. Rolls of organic cotton, a second-hand dress form, and a dented sewing machine lean against the peeling brick wall like shy guests at a party. Jared lounges by a crooked support beam, toolbox at his feet. Place needs love, he says. Place needs a miracle, Elena laughs, brushing stray curls from her cheek. He hands her a thick envelope, no loose cash, but a clean partnership contract printed on recycled paper. Garcia Studio Times Langley Foundation Sustainable Fashion Incubator. The agreement covers a year's rent, startup funds, and paid internships for local teens. Elena's eyes glisten. I can't take charity. Not charity, Jared says. Teamwork. You create, the foundation handles red tape. She scans the pages until clause 3 makes her stop. Creative control, 100% Elena Garcia. She looks up. You're sure? Designers rule. He shrugs. I'm just the guy who tightens bolts. They spend the afternoon blasting old pop songs while scrubbing walls. Jared swings a hammer, fixing racks. Elena sketches new silhouettes at a makeshift desk. Between chorus lines, Mia turns the wet mop into a microphone, performing for the row of mannequins. Laughter bounces between bare rafters, peeling away years of doubt. By dusk they hang a banner across the front windows, Garcia Studio opening soon. Elena runs her fingertips over the painted letters, voice trembling. I thought this dream died. Dreams hibernate, Jared says quietly. They wake when seasons change. Mia waves a fresh crayon, drawing Elena at a sewing machine, Jared holding towers of thread, Mia twirling in a patchwork cape. Elena laughs through tears. Team Garcia Langley, she whispers. They unfold 3 camp chairs by the tall windows and watch city lights blink on below them. Neon glows, taxis honk, but up here a gentler hum fills the space, part hope, part family. Elena sips lukewarm takeout coffee, shoulders finally loose. Tomorrow, she says, I'll order eco-dyed linen and call the scholarship office. Tomorrow, Jared replies, I'll learn the difference between a serger and a hedgehog. Mia snorts. It's called a seam ripper, Daddy. Laughter shakes the rafters. In the neighboring building a neon sign flickers on, Hope lives here. Elena smiles at the coincidence and decides the city just read her mind. Sun up, cereal down, Jared's new mornings pop like confetti. He burns oatmeal, singes toast, and can't locate the mythical left sock Mia swears exists. She giggles at the kitchen chaos and christens him Chef Oops. Elena just sips coffee, relieved someone else is wrestling the frying pan. After the breakfast circus, Jared jogs beside Mia toward school, her glitter backpack bouncing like a neon heartbeat. Halfway there he realizes he left her lunch on the counter. Cue a panicked sprint back, a hastily packed PB&J and apple slices, plus a sticky note that says aim for the stars. He makes it to the classroom just before the bell. The teacher gives a discreet thumbs up while other parents chuckle. Jared shrugs, sweaty, breathless, proud. Back home he dives into parenting blogs. How to braid hair, fold fortune tellers, and answer 6-year-old questions about planets and playground politics. He practices plates on a thrift store doll until its scalp looks like spaghetti, then surprises Mia that night with flawless pigtails. She beams, shows Elena. Elena mouths, impressive. Midweek brings a fresh hurdle, a crumpled flyer from Mia's backpack, Astronaut Day, dress up tomorrow. Jared gulps. No costume out of the box? No problem. He raids recycling bins, hauls cardboard, foil, and bottle caps. At 11 p.m. he's on the loft floor with a glue gun while Elena drafts press blurbs for Garcia Studio. She notices him wrestling duct tape around a juice box jetpack and hands over felt tip pens. Together they color NASA logos until sunrise blushes the windows. Mia wakes to a full spacesuit, foil visor, star-patched sleeves, and a chest badge that reads, Captain Garcia Langley. She gasps, twirls, and hugs Jared tight enough to rearrange his ribs. Best dad build ever. That night Jared collapses on the couch, hair sparkling with stray glitter. He scrolls his old calendar, earnings calls, red carpet galas, and deletes them one by one. In their place he adds new appointments, stargazing on roof, cookie-baking disaster practice, father-daughter dance rehearsal. The digital squares glow like tiny lanterns. He screenshots the page and texts Elena, Look, I'm finally booked where it matters. She replies with a single red heart and a sleepy selfie of Mia cuddling her jetpack. Jared grins. No boardroom applause will ever top that tiny, dreaming smile. The elementary auditorium smells of floor wax and crayons mixed with nervous energy. Folding chairs screech as parents file in clutching phones on record. Jared, Elena, and Uncle Roman snag front row seats, bouquets of papercraft stars resting on their laps. Jared's knee bounces, Elena steadies it with her hand. She'll shine, she whispers. Backstage, Mia peeks through a curtain slit, visor a little crooked. Her teacher flashes a thumbs up, Mia returns a shaky one, adjusts her cardboard jetpack, and takes a deep breath. The curtain rises on Journey to Planet Kindness. Paper planets dangle from fishing line while a boombox hums tinny space music. Captain Hope, Mia, steps forward into the spotlight. I explore new worlds where hearts glow like stars, she announces. Audience os. Halfway through her speech she freezes, eyes wide at the sea of faces. Jared leans forward and silently mouths the next line, where every friend finds a home. Mia inhales, repeats the words loud and clear. Applause blooms. She leads her crew, classmates in tinfoil helmets, through a march around cardboard meteors. One helmet slips, Mia pauses mid-scene to fix it, whispering encouragement. The crowd claps even louder for the impromptu kindness. For the finale, she plants a glittery flag center stage. Remember, she calls, voice ringing, everyone belongs in the galaxy of kindness. Confetti cannons puff. Silver stars rain over the set. Cast bows, Mia's eyes dart straight to the front row. Jared is already standing, clapping above his head, tears shameless and shining. Parents flood the aisle with flowers, but Mia rockets into Jared's arms. Did I do okay? She asks against his shoulder. Beyond okay, Captain, you own the galaxy, he murmurs. Elena joins the hug while Roman snaps photos, grin grand enough to split. A local blogger tries for an interview, but the principal gently blocks the path. Today stays off record. Outside, dusk paints pink streaks across the sky. Mia, still in her spacesuit, swings between Jared and Elena, chattering about writing her own play next year. Jared promises bigger cardboard sets, Elena promises handmade costumes. Laughter echoes across the playground gravel. Before climbing into the car, Mia spots the first evening star and whispers a wish just loud enough for them to hear, let every family feel this loved. Jared squeezes Elena's hand. For once, a wish already feels granted. Rain drums on the Langley Foundation's glass atrium as Tyler Cho shuffles inside, clutching a battered messenger bag. Gossip says the former executive assistant is persona non grata, the lobby guard just gives him a pity nod. Jared's new office is a repurposed broom closet on the 4th floor, bare desk, grant forms, and a Lego rocket Mia built for decoration. Tyler steps in, eyes red. I need to clear my conscience. He empties the bag, an external drive, and a fat envelope of printouts, every email Elena ever sent, every ultrasound, every hopeful follow-up stamped unread. I archived everything, he stammers. Camille ordered me to reroute, delete, block. I thought I was protecting the brand, really I was protecting my paycheck. Jared flips through pages, Elena's doctor updates, a sonogram captioned, Hi Daddy, toddler scribbles of rockets. Each sheet slices deeper than the last. He asks only, why now? Tyler swallows. Mia waved at me yesterday. Friendly kid, she doesn't know I stole 6 years from her. Guilt's louder than my resume. Silence stretches. The rain grows louder. At last Jared slides open a drawer, pulls out a probationary badge, outreach program coordinator. Fire and fury won't rewind time, he says. But you can spend the next 6 years fixing what got lost, deliver scholarships, build after-school labs, make sure no kid's dream dies in a spam filter. Rule 1 is transparency. Deal? Tears blur Tyler's nod. On the way out he meets Elena in the hall, arms full of fabric swatches. I'm sorry, he whispers. Elena's gaze is wary but softens, cautious forgiveness sprouting where deceit once sat. That evening Tyler helps Jared load refurbished laptops for a community center. Rain has stopped, wet streets mirror city lights. Second chances glisten just as bright. 1 week later, sunset spills molten copper across the half-finished Garcia studio. Linen bolts lean like sleepy giants. Fairy lights flicker under open rafters. Elena is pinning muslin on a mannequin when Jared whispers, "Break time." She barely looks up. 5 minutes, runway waits for no one. Mia tiptoes out clutching a tiny white box. "Daddy, is it now?" "Now," Jared answers, palms sweating. Instead of a ring, he spreads a picnic blanket and 3 mugs of cocoa. Elena opens the box, an origami crane folded from the first page of Jared's abandoned IPO prospectus. Across its wings, "Let's start again." "The diamond can wait," Jared says. "The cameras can wait." "I'm asking for coffee at dawn, kite crashes at noon, pancakes burned after midnight, will you date me, slow and real, until forever means the same to both of us?" Elena's smile trembles. Terms and conditions? Clause 1, honesty even when it stings. Clause 2, equal votes on every big step. Clause 3, unlimited repairs for any dad who rips his jeans chasing rockets. Mia giggles. "Mommy, say yes so we can drink the cocoa." Elena lifts the crane. "Yes, slow, honest, no headlines." Roman appears from the stairwell, phone up for family-only footage. Jared blushes but shrugs. They toast with cocoa, marshmallows melt along with old fears. Jared slips a simple silver band, not the lost diamond, onto Elena's finger. "Placeholder," he murmurs. "Real ring when the time's right." Elena kisses his knuckles. "This feels right already." Soft music fills the loft. They sway between fabric rolls while Mia pirouettes, stuffed fox in hand. No paparazzi, just warm light and the faint hum of city traffic below. When the song ends, Jared whispers, "Someday I'll ask again," ring in palm. Until then, each daily yes is everything. Elena rests her forehead on his. "Deal." The paper crane catches a breeze, landing beside Mia's cardboard jetpack sim. Our mother's attic. Jared is down the hall sanding a reclaimed wood cutting table, humming off-key to an old 90s playlist. The loft smells of sawdust, lavender tea, and possibility. Elena flips open a yellow album labeled College Days. Out falls a Polaroid, her and Jared on campus green, both in paint-splattered t-shirts, grins goofy and bright. Something else clinks against the floorboards, a tiny velvet box she's never seen. Brows furrowed, she pops it open. Inside sits a simple solitaire ring, the diamond small but luminous, band scuffed from years of hiding. Footsteps approach. Jared wipes his hands on a rag, freezes at the sight. "You found it." "I didn't know there was anything to find," Elena says, voice soft but charged. Jared exhales. "Bought it right before graduation. I planned to propose after finals, then internships, Camille's parties, everything steamrolled us. When I lost you, I shoved the ring behind that picture because I couldn't face either of you." Elena rolls the diamond beneath the loft's warm light. "It waited quietly." "So did hope," he replies, stepping closer. "But I'm not asking for a wedding date. We promised to move slow." She studies him, calloused hands, sawdust in hair, a nervous tilt to his smile. Then she lifts the ring. "I don't need fast. But symbols matter." With gentle certainty, she slides the band onto her own finger. "This isn't a deadline, it's a bookmark. A reminder of the page we lost and the chapter we're writing now." Jared's eyes gleam. "Bookmark. I like that." Mia scampers in, puppy hope chasing a scrap of ribbon. She spots the sparkle and gasps. "Mommy, are you married now?" "Not yet, Captain," Elena answers, kneeling to Mia's height. "This ring is our promise to keep learning each other's stories first." Mia nods, perfectly satisfied. "Cool. Stories need sequels." They laugh. Jared wraps an arm around them both, heart thudding with a calm kind of joy. Outside, the rain slows to a hush as if giving quiet applause. The ring catches a final raindrop's glimmer, a small stone, steady light, marking a place where love once paused and now boldly resumes. Friday night crackles with thunder while sewing machines buzz like distant engines in the loft. Elena pins sleeve patterns to a mannequin, humming along to soft indie music. Jared scrolls his phone nearby, searching thrift shop forums for vintage zippers. A notification flashes from a media law friend. Tabloid front page tomorrow, headline, Elena Garcia, gambler's muse and illegal club queen. Check leaked proofs, act fast. Jared's stomach drops. He opens the PDF. Under a lurid title sit grainy photos of teenage Elena balancing burger plates in a smoky diner that happened to share a parking lot with a backdoor poker joint. Innocent shifts now spun into clickbait sin. Words like seductive, underworld, secret cash. Fury ignites. Editor voicemail. Publisher voicemail. They're dodging, betting on viral traffic. Jared paces until floorboards protest. Roman's voice echoes from memory. Truth is a stone, drop it quick before lies cement. Jared dials his corporate lawyer and Gavin, a college buddy who holds quiet control of the tabloid's parent company debt. Time to call chips, he says. Downstairs, the freight elevator rattles. Jared bursts in, waving printouts. Elena scans the smear. Shock flickers, then she lifts her chin. I flipped burgers to pay for design textbooks. That's my scandal. Mia shuffles in, rubbing eyes. Monster story, she asks. Just paper monsters, Elena soothes. At 2 a.m. 3 parties join a video call, Jared, lawyer, Gavin, and a sweating publisher. Jared's voice stays level, pull the article, print a correction, or Gavin redeems his loan tonight, your presses stay dark by sunrise. Silence, then frantic agreement. Lawyer emails new contracts, exclusive series on the foundation's scholarship work, full retraction buried in the next print run's apology column. Damage prevented, but Jared adds one clause. A year of internship ads for Garcia Studio, free. The storm outside weakens to drizzle. Dawn arrives with a different headline splashed across news feeds. Langley Foundation commits $2 million to trade school scholarships. Commenters applaud, the ugly draft never sees daylight. Elena nurses coffee at the window, watching clouds peel back. You bought a newspaper to silence gossip? He shakes his head. I bought time for the truth to speak louder. Then, softer, your past is grit, not shame. Anyone who tries to profit from it meets this version of me. Elena rests her forehead against his. Seems karma chose an express courier. Mia trots over with puppy Hope, announcing breakfast pancake plans. The family joins her. Outside, puddles gleam beneath fresh sunlight. Inside, sewing machines hum again, their rhythm steadier for having ridden out one last storm and found dawn intact. Saturday afternoon, Roman's backyard smells like grilled corn and fresh paint. String lights loop between orange trees, paper rockets bob over picnic tables. Friends, neighbors, and Mia's whole first-grade crew gather beneath a banner that reads Mission 7, Captain Mia's birthday. Jared flips tacos at a portable grill while Elena hangs eco-dyed bunting she stitched the night before. Tyler mans the lemonade stand, proud to be chief cup refiller. Roman's beagle patrols for runaway hot dogs. Laughter fizzes like soda. A white van pulls up, volunteers unfurl the surprise, a portable planetarium dome. Gasps rise as the inflatable sphere blossoms over the lawn. Roman elbows Jared. Told you, nephew, wonder beats wallpaper. Blindfolded, Mia is led in by two giggling classmates. The cloth lifts, she sees the dome, the banner, and a golden puppy waddling toward her with a ribbon collar that reads hope. Her squeal rattles every wind chime. She drops to her knees, the pup licks her nose. Best birthday ever, she declares. Phones stay pocketed. Strict family rule, but cheers erupt. Elena snaps Polaroids labeling one family launch day. Inside the dome, kids sprawl on bean bags while constellations swirl across a projector sky. Jared lies beside Mia, pointing at Orion. See that belt? Even heroes need something to hold their pants up. She giggles, elbowing him. Back in the yard, comet-shaped cupcakes vanish. Roman strums soft rock, adults sway, rockets overhead. Elena thanks guests, voice warm with confidence she once doubted she'd feel again. At dusk they circle a fire pit. Mia stands on a stump, sparkler aloft. Thanks for loving me, Mommy, Daddy, and Hope the puppy. May all rockets fly safe. She traces loops of light. Jared scoops her up as city-approved fireworks bloom. Best life ever, he whispers. Elena kisses his cheek, launch sequence complete. Later, when guests drift home, the four of them sit on a blanket watching embers fade. Mia yawns. I wished every family could feel this. Elena smiles. Then we'll keep sharing light until they do. Above them, string lights flicker like tiny stars, humble, bright, and enough. Dawn spills rosy light over Port Indigo Beach. Jared parks their dented hatchback, Mia and Hope the puppy bolt onto the sand while Elena laughs, wind in her curls. Phones stay locked in the glove box, Roman's rule for sacred mornings. Breakfast is simple, thermos cocoa, bakery croissants, fruit on star-shaped picks. Mia insists everyone make a wish before each bite. Jared's silent wish rings loud, let me keep earning this piece. After cocoa, Mia builds a launch pad in wet sand for Hope Machine 3, a kite sewn from studio scraps. Jared checks wind instead of stock quotes. Elena snaps a Polaroid of father and daughter haloed by sunrise. On the second run, the kite lifts, dances, steadies high above the breakers. Later, they trace family 2.0 in driftwood. Waves lick the words away, but not before Jared photographs them for Mia's scrapbook. Hope buries a tennis ball beside the letters like a time capsule. On a picnic blanket, Jared produces a small glass jar, their next adventure, vault. Each tucks in a folded dream. Mia wants a telescope. Elena envisions a zero-waste fashion show. Jared hopes to open a community tech lab next to Garcia Studio. The cork pops in, the jars headed for their loft shelf, compass for future journeys. Sun climbs, beachgoers arrive. Time to go. Mia rides Jared's shoulders. Elena holds his free hand. Hope circles their legs. A passerby snaps a candid, beautiful family. Mia grins back, second chance squad. Elena kisses Jared's cheek, whispering, not bad for a plot twist. He laughs. The sequel's going to be even better. Your turn. Drop the lessons you've learned in the comments, smash like, hit subscribe, and share this saga with anyone who needs proof that broken pieces can build stronger castles. Somewhere, somebody's heart is waiting to believe in fresh footprints, fearless kites, and families who choose love every sunrise.